sincerelymrsmommy.com, a mom lifestyle blog dedicating to sharing tips, advice, inspiration for and by the modern mom. So today is Monday, and it is Motivation Monday, or Momspiration Monday. It could be motivation for moms needing inspiration on a Monday. It could be all of that. Basically, I'm going to give you some inspiration. So if you haven't already, go and check out my day 3 prayer vlog. So if you just saw that and you're seeing me in the same garb, I just put my glasses on to kind of like differentiate a little bit. But yeah, I got a prayer vlog going on for the month of June 2019, in case it's 2020 when you're watching this. But it was a 30-day prayer vlog for moms, and coming up with different topics, prayer requests that I received, and just going in real quick with a scripture and praying for you guys, just to give you some inspiration. Because sometimes it's like I just need somebody to just say a quick prayer for me, and I can move about my day. And so that's what these are for. But today, I just want to talk about just being a super mom and accepting help when you need it. This weekend was a busy weekend. My husband was out of town for a couple of days, kind of like a 24-hour period for an event that he had to do out of town. And so I was with the boys by myself from like Friday afternoon, Saturday, and then Sunday he had to work at church. So I had them, most of the day by myself. But Sunday evening I had an expo, the Goal Getters Expo, that was hosted by my friend Tia Crockett, Mrs. Crockett the coach, and I will link her information in the description bar. But she had an event, Goal Getters Expo, which was basically geared towards women. There were men there too, but it was geared towards women, and basically just gathering us together to hear from people who are doing the doggone thing. Like basically, you have goals, you have aspirations, things that you want to do and see in your life, but you're kind of like, I'm not sure how to go about it, or you are being a procrastinator and you're putting it off. And basically, it tapped into mind, body, and soul. So there were people who are entrepreneurs that, talked about their experiences. There was, what else was there? We talked about mental health. I was on that panel for mental health and entrepreneurship. There was people talking about like their body and how, weight loss and health, yoga, exercise, just like everything that you could think of that would pertain to, helping you to reach your goals. And so not only was I a panelist, but I was also vending. So there were different vendors there, and I had a table for my art. So if you don't know, I have a art business called Decalise Art Studio, and I do abstract paintings. The link will be in the description bar. And I was preparing for that, and then kind of trying to prepare my mind for like, okay, I'm going to be speaking in front of like all these people. This is my first experience doing something like this. And so I wanted to be in a good mind frame. And so I was checking in with myself, like, okay, breathe, calm down, relax, checking with God, give me the peace that I need, like take away this anxiety, and just trying to be like on purpose with my time. And okay, at this time, from this time to this time, I'm going to be working on this, and then I'm going to be working on that, and just kind of like getting my day, as well as juggling watching the boys. So as I was doing all of that, Kingston, my youngest, he's 9 months old, and Samson, my oldest, he will be 4 at the end of this month. They were in my office, and I had just cleared out one of my shelving units because I was going to take it with me. And I was in another room, like in the bathroom, not far away, doing something, and I hear crying, and I walk in, and there's blood. There's blood everywhere. Well, on Kingston, on his hands, on his feet, there's blood on Samson. I'm like, what in the world? Where is blood coming from? And I look in Samson's hand, and he has my X-Acto knife, and the blade is all the way up. So he's pushed the blade all the way up. And long story short, apparently Kingston, I guess Samson found it, had it. Kingston was sitting in front of him and must have reached for it and grabbed it and cut his finger, his pointy finger. So we had to clean them up, figure out where the blood was coming from, figured out it was from his finger. I tried to call a neighbor. She had already left, so she wasn't able to come over and help. I tried to clean it up myself, try to bandage it. As I'm calling my husband, because like I said, he was at work at church. I'm reaching up, I'm holding Kingston, trying to keep, the blood from, spilling everywhere, applying pressure. I reach up to get the bin of like our first aid stuff, and it spills and falls over on the ground, and I'm just like, I can't do this by myself. I need help. So I go outside and I'm like, one of these neighbors is gonna be home, and whoever car is outside, that's whose house I'm going to. And left Samson inside. I'm like, I just need somebody. And my neighbor across the street, he's a cop. He was outside, and I was like, hello. And later on, he said, I heard the hello, and I knew there was a tone in that hello that was saying something else. And so he was able to come over and help. He grabbed his first aid bag and came over, helped me bandage him, and then he drove me and Samson and Kingston to the hospital, and his wife followed behind us. And so they waited with us. Shout out to Keith and Pam. Thank you so much. They waited for us in the lobby, and until it was time for us to go back, and then Sam was able to meet up with us. And so he got 2 stitches, his little self, and it was like, all right, I was in the middle of preparing for this show, and now we've got this detour, gotta do this, which pushed us way back schedule to get to the expo to set up. Thankfully, my sister-in-law was already on her way over, so she lives like an hour away, so thankfully she was like already heading over and was gonna meet us at the event. So I just had her meet us at the house. Go to the house, and she was able to finish up packing up, ironing, preparing my clothes for me, and all of that. So thank you so much, Linda. And then the babysitter, Melissa, we were going to take the boys to her house because she wasn't too far from where the event was. And thankfully, she was able to actually meet us at the house. She offered to come to the house and watch the boys so we could like cut back on time. So thank you, Melissa. Then, so we got that taken care of, got packed up, got to the house, then rushed to the expo, and the expo had already started, and I was like, trying to hurry up, unload everything, pack, and my friends came to my rescue. They had tables themselves, but they left their tables to come help me, and that means so much. So Sarah came by from Notes by Sarah. I will link her stuff below. She was like, what you need, I got you. She was helping. Tangy from Pushing Petals, she came over. She did setup. She does event setup. She came over and helped. I will link her below. Thank you, Tangy. Who else that came by? Those were the main 2. There's somebody else who came by, and I can't think of who it was. So it was Linda, my husband, Sam, Sarah. So they were able to come by and help. So thank you guys so much. And so got me all set up, whatever. And then I was like, whew, okay, let's calm down. Adrenaline, calm down. And before we even walked in, I told my sister, I was like, honey, please pray for me. Pray for my mind. Pray for my nerves. So she prayed for me. So thank you again, Linda, for that. But so we did all that, got set up, and then I was able to calm down by the time it was time for my panel section. Did the panel, and I'm glad that I still was able to go, because I almost was like, I'm not even, in my mind and my heart, I just wanted to stay home with my baby. But I was like, I gotta do this. I gotta show up, and everything else will work out. And I'm so glad I did, because I met some amazing people, was able to do the panel. That was a great experience for me. And listening to the keynote speaker that night, LaTonya Smith, like, I have no words. It was amazing. It was confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. So thank you. I will link her page also in the description bar. But all of that to say is, it humbled me. Yesterday really humbled me. I experienced anxiety issues in therapy with it. And I also experienced depression in therapy with that. It started with postpartum depression is how I got into therapy. And even though I have experience as a mental health therapist, we need help too. We need help too. And sometimes it's hard for us to like accept help because we're used to being the one giving. And moms, you can relate. You're used to giving, and being the nurturer and being the caretaker, that you either forget to ask for help, or you feel shy about asking for help, or you feel like, I can do it. I got it. Nobody could do it like me. I got it. I could take care of it. And yesterday humbled me, because usually that's how, even though I'm getting better at asking for help, yesterday, like, I had no choice but to ask for help. And to not feel bad about saying, yes, please come to my home to watch my kids. Yes, please go into the house and pack up my stuff, and go into my room and iron my clothes. Yes, neighbor, come into my bedroom and help me take care of my baby on the bed. Yes, the house is a mess and it's chaotic, but I can't care about that right now because I just need somebody to help me. I've got a mission and I've got things that I have to accomplish, and I can't do it by myself. So I want to encourage you, don't let it get to a point where you are in crisis and let that be the time when you're asking for help. Reach out. There are people out there who want to help you, and they may not do things exactly like you do, but guess what? As long as the task gets done, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Reach out for help. You don't have to be a super mom. You can be doing so much that you will get overwhelmed. Like yesterday morning, before all of that chaos happened, I didn't really get to eat. I was making like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for my breakfast because I was like, I'm on a schedule. I just gotta go. In that mentality. And I literally was shaking because I feel like maybe my sugar was dropping. When I was tired, exhausted, too, my mind was like frantic going on. I probably was, having a mini panic attack. Now looking back, I probably was in the midst of having a panic attack. And I was just like, I literally was shaking. And so we just kind of like, sometimes I should have just stopped and like, I'm just going to stop for a moment, take care of myself, have a selfish moment, and and just calm back down to earth, recenter myself. So something that you can do to recenter yourself is put your hand on your belly, close your eyes, and focus on breathing in and breathing out, and focus on the touch of your hand on your belly and what that feels like, your belly going in and going out. That's how you can recenter yourself. That's a tip for you. There you go. That was free. But just doing things like that, recentering yourself, bringing yourself back down, and asking for help and letting people help. Like I said, they may not do it exactly how you want it and how you do it, but it gets done. That's what's important. You got to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to go down, and you won't have any choice but for people to help you. So take care of yourself. Have some selfish moments where you are doing things for yourself. Reach out and allow people to help you so that you can be taken care of, so you could do more. You can't pour out from an empty cup. There will be nothing to pour. So take care of yourself. Ask for help. And be selfish once in a while. Do things for you. All right, that's it. My time's running out. Follow me on social media, Instagram and Facebook at Sincerely Mrs. Mommy. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video.